Tonight, we are here to pay tribute to Hank and to celebrate this historic event that took place 40 years ago today. Henry, congratulations on this momentous night as we celebrate your accomplishment 40 years ago. At this time, please welcome to the podium the chairman and CEO of the Atlanta Braves, Mr. Terry McGuirk.
Hank, tonight we are all so excited to be here with you, celebrating the greatest moment, not only in Braves franchise history, but in all baseball history. What sets your remarkable achievement apart is that you have always done it right. You set the home run record the old-fashioned way through hard work, perseverance, and talent that has dazzled us all. Speaking on behalf of the Atlanta Braves, and for every person in this sold-out ballpark, in our hearts, and as Pete just said, you will always be the home run king of all time. And Hank, we are equally proud tonight to honor you for being the man of quiet dignity, moral strength, and remarkable character. The indelible example you have set for all of us over the last 40 years is something we aspire to. It's humbling and inadequate to try and to put into words what we all feel tonight. I can only say, Hank, we love you. And we feel fortunate to have had you in our lives. To our very dear friend, Hank Aaron, congratulations on the 40th anniversary of 715. Thank you for sharing it with all of us.
Thank you, Terry. Our next speaker has been good friends with Henry for many years. He's the man responsible for bringing Hank Aaron and the Braves to Atlanta in 1966, the Atlanta Braves Chairman Emeritus, Mr. Bill Bartholomé.
Thank you, Pete. 40 years ago was a night very much like this, a little bit of a chill, but never has there been a warmth in a ballpark as there was that night. This was a good news event, topped off by a record being broken 39 years before that record had stood up, and the man who broke it, Hank Aaron, broke it with style, broke it with talent, and made baseball #1 here in Atlanta. I also want to mention to the fans, thank you, that 60 years ago, 20 years before, Hank put on the Braves uniform for the first time. And for all 60 years, as a player, tremendous talent, and all the other years in the front office, working with a farm system, building one of the great organizations in the major leagues, it's because of Hank and the people that worked with him. He's still doing it too. He's a little bit on the DL now, but he's getting around pretty good. You'll see that. So Hank, I just want to tell you, this franchise was founded 139 years ago. 60 of those years, you've been a part of it. I wasn't there initially, I was told. But you weren't either, Hank. But you were 60 of them. You are the franchise. You're the greatest Brave on and off the field. Thank you so much.
In 1999, on the 25th anniversary of Hank's record-breaking home run, our next speaker created Major League Baseball's Hank Aaron Award to honor the best hitters in each league every season. He knew what we know here in Atlanta. Hank didn't just hit home runs. He was one of the greatest all-around hitters the game has ever known. Please welcome a man who has been close friends with Hank Aaron for over 50 years, the Commissioner of Baseball, Alan H. Bud Selig.
Good evening. The man we honor recently celebrated his 80th birthday, and it was 40 years ago, at the midpoint in his life, when the Mobile, Alabama native authored no less than one of the most significant achievements in sports history. Here in Atlanta, on April 8, 1974, Hank Aaron set the most famous and treasured record in American sports. The 750th home run of Hank's career marked not only a transcendent moment in baseball's unparalleled tradition, but also a cause for an American celebration, a celebration of the values that makes our game and our nation so extraordinary. I believe that Hank Aaron was ideally suited to become Babe Ruth's heir and earn the all-time home run crown because he is the living embodiment of the American spirit. Throughout his entire career, Hank went to work every day, embraced his responsibilities, put his team above himself, shunned excuses, and rose above the many obstacles of that era with remarkable courage. And the man never changed, never satisfied. Hank had such humility that long after he was entrenched as one of the game's immortals, he said, "Every year I went to camp feeling that I needed to prove myself." My dear friend, the late Commissioner Bart Giamatti, often said that baseball, the ultimate everyday sport, is a metaphor for life. Indeed, ours is a game of life, requiring its best to meet success and failure with equal grace. In Henry Aaron, the great American game was blessed with a perfect man to use the sheer power of his bat to illustrate a lesson that applies to life, namely the power of consistency, dignity, and quiet strength. Appropriately, the timeless Vince Scully was in the booth for Hank's signature blast on this night precisely 4 decades ago. Vince once reflected on Henry's record by saying, "It was so touching to see the affection and love he generated. All the things that baseball needed, Henry gave it, and he was a true hero." He is a man who let his actions define him on the field, just as he has let a spirit of philanthropy define him in life. Baseball is forever our national pastime because of people like Henry Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Henry, not only are you an icon in the game of baseball, but you are an inspiration to the city of Atlanta. And tonight, we have special guests from all around Atlanta to join the Braves in this evening's celebration by presenting you with a number 44 jersey from their respective organizations. Please welcome, from the Atlanta Falcons, team owner and chairman, Arthur Blank. From the Atlanta Hawks, co-owner Rutherford Seidel. From the Atlanta Dream, head coach Michael Cooper. From the University of Georgia, the winningest football coach in Georgia's history, Vince Dooley. From Georgia Tech, former head coach and All-American Bill Curry. From Georgia State, Director of Athletics, Cheryl Levick. From Kennesaw State, head baseball coach, Mike Sansing. From Emory University, Doc Parton, Director of Athletics and Recreation, Tim Downs. From Morehouse College, President John Sylvanus Wilson, Jr. And from Clark Atlanta University, President Carlton E. Brown. The Atlanta Braves would like to thank each of these great organizations and their representatives for participating in tonight's event. And now, the time has come to hear from the man that made this night happen. 40 years ago. Please welcome Atlanta's all-time great, Hank Aaron.
Thank you very much, Pete. Thank you so very much. Let me just say that 40 years ago, Dusty, if I'd have known that this was going to happen this way, I would have hit the home run earlier, probably. I just want to say out on behalf of Hank Aaron, my wife, and of course all of my fans, I just want to say thank you so very much for all your kindness for these many years. The game of baseball was a way that I relaxed myself each year that I went on the field for 23 years. I gave baseball everything that I had. Everything, every ounce of my ability to play the game, I tried to play to make you, the fans, appreciate me more. Thank you. I want to thank Terry McGuirk and the Atlanta Braves, Bill Bartholomew, and I certainly want to thank the commissioner. And I also want to thank Pete Van Wieren. And I also want to thank all of you, the fans here tonight, that what you stand for was the same thing that you stood for 40 years ago. You was here cheering for me then, and you are here tonight, and I am very grateful for that. Thank you very much. And I don't know that I probably could stand here for the next 45 minutes, and that is not why you're here. You're here to watch a baseball game. But I just want to say on behalf of my wife, Billy, Aaron, thank you so very much for being in my corner for all these many years. Because without you, nothing of this could have been accomplished. So I am very thankful for all you do and for all that you fans have ever did for me in this city. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the man who broke Babe Ruth's home run record 40 years ago today, Hammerin' Hank Aaron.
He's lived his life the way he played the game of baseball, with grace and humility and class. A special man on a special night here at Turner Field. It's exciting to be a part of it. We're proud to bring it to you as we continue the unveiling of the Eastern Division pennant. Another one added to the wall coming up.